What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com. It's JJ.
And Mike. And this Long Beach State men's basketball video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company.
In an arena formerly known as the Pond, the top-seeded 49ers are going to try to skate through the 2013 Big West Conference Tournament, and it starts on Thursday night.
49ers taking on the Titans as Big West Conference Player of the Year James Ennis and Coach of the Year Dan Munson eager to get a second consecutive crack at March Madness.
Well, they know what works against these Titans. They've already beat them twice. Long Beach State ready to pound the paint with their size advantage.
Oh boy! I didn't mean to interrupt you there, JJ, but there's just no answer for Dan Jennings on this Titans squad.
Titans ready and willing to run that burn offense, and it actually turned into some great looks from downtown, something 49er fans are shying their face away from right now. But 7 Long Beach turnovers turned into 11 points for the Fullerton Titans on the break, and Alex Harris, 10 points in the first 7.5 minutes. We're tied at 18. We got a dogfight.
Not to start the 49ers wanted on offense, but Deng off the bench for some defense for the 49ers, and then in transition, James Ennis.
But it was one step forward and then one step back because that's a technical foul for yelling in your opponent's face. And how about off the steal? Oh, in transition, this is good, but we need DJ give it up right there.
Instead, DJ take the charge, unfortunately turns it over. Niners struggling with execution. Deng part of 16 points off the bench. Some of those reserve guys really came in and buoyed them to that first half lead, 41-31 as we go to the locker room.
Second half, the beginning looked like how to make a 10-point lead look shaky. 2 charges in the first 2 minutes. James Ennis missing monster dunks.
And cutting his finger doing so.
What are we really looking at right here? Well, what you're looking at, upper right-hand corner, like we said, more than willing to dribble it down. Were the Titans, they were 7 for 15 from behind the arc. But Caffey, a stop, pop, drop, and then on the next possession, Freeland to King, he's slashing back to a 10-point lead.
Cali King, a huge fan of slasher films from what I understand, but Fullerton kept making shots. Long Beach piling up the highlights. Meanwhile, the Titans were just chipping away at that lead. They get it down to 4 points right here, 58-54 with 6.5 minutes left to play.
It didn't feel like that. It felt like Long Beach was pulling away, but the spread was going the opposite way until the transition game really took its toll down the stretch.
This obviously is how the 49ers like to score. Hard to miss that execution right there on an open dunk. Freeland had 9 points, James Ennis with 15. Long Beach State with 4 players in double digits. That's a nice way to start the tournament.
One of those guys was Caffey, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and then Deng, like we said, 12 points. The Beach bench, 25 points from the reserves. That is huge, and probably the best performance from the reserves all year in maybe one of the most important wins all year.
It was certainly the most clutch, and in the tournament, every win is the most important one of the season as the 49ers get to the semifinals for the 5th straight season.
This video brought to you in part by McCarty's Jewelry, here for you since 1932. They're going to be taking on the winner of UCI in Hawaii at 6:30 Friday evening. If you can't get to the Honda Center, get right here because this is GazetteSports.com and we are Long Beach Sports.